Alright. So, we don't have many viewers right now on the stream, but I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. For those of you who have no idea what's gonna happen right now, Marsh and Mikoz, probably one of the two most active players on Quick Match for the past couple months, are gonna battle it out for the rank 1 of last month. There were some problems and stuff. Not to get into details, but they have to replay match. Well, they're going to play a best out of 5 to see who wins that Hall of Fame spot and who's going to be the ultimate god, I guess. So my attempt here is to try to commentate as best I can, so don't judge. Alright, well, Mikoz is the Soviet player here on the blue. We're playing on Divide and Conquer, and Marsh is Allied, and he's over here on the yellow. This map's pretty well rounded off. We can expect 1 or 2 minors coming off of each player. I don't think Mikoz is gonna rush. He normally does like rushing. He's pretty good at rushing. But Marsh is pretty good at holding rushes and camping up. So let's see what they come up with. Remember, I'm gonna be stuttering my words, getting loss of words. Just bear with me. Apparently it's not Mikoz. I pronounce it Mikoz, and I've always pronounced it Mikoz, and I'll probably always continue to pronounce it Mikoz. Maybe it's Mikoz. But nevertheless, they're going to play and see what happens. So we have 2 minors up top, 2 minors on the bottom. That's really good for their eco. They're playing for a long game right now. They're setting up for a long game. Probably going to see quite a lot of tanks, a lot of tank battles here. 3 minors for top right, 3 minors for bottom left. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a really good game. What's to be expected? Let me just say that both of these players love dogs. I can't stress it enough. I mean, Mikoz is probably the most known for his dog and fodder control. Well, but Marsh mimics him. He's been playing with a lot of dogs himself, so we're gonna expect a lot of dogs from here on out, and you can see them pumping out already. Dogs pretty much, they're just used as fodder to place in front of tanks, take some shots, you know, so that you can win tank battles like that. It's a lot easier, more complex, I guess. Some people frown upon it, some people love it. They say, you know, dogs are luck. But hey, whoever can use the dogs the best, in whatever way they can, you know, that's the person who has the most skill, I guess. So far, 3 minors on the 3 minors, 7 minors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minors. Pretty even so far. Some Rocketeers pumping out already. Mikoz has already prepped up for it. So as America, you normally get the special ability of America is paradrops. So here you are. You'll see the first paradrop. Mikoz right away figured out that they were going to come down. Already set up for them. And those come out, what is it, like every minute? About every minute. I'm not exactly sure. But you get an essence of how long it takes. This is going to be a close quarters battle now. So we can see the dogs. Dogs are really good. Can't go wrong with dogs at this moment. More dogs. So the goal here is to have more dogs than tanks. No, that's not true. The goal is to just be a big of a nuisance. These Desolators, though, are going to play a big role in this match. I can't stress enough how much they're going to play. It can either go good for him or bad for him, because you're going to see a lot of dogs, a lot of fodder. If one Desolator gets either one of their own dogs or his opponent's dogs, it's going to be pretty much a good game. Alright. Good use of Desos. It's a very good battle, actually. Those battles, you can't really predict the outcome, I guess, unless you're Mikoz. This pretty much looks like a good game right here. I don't think Marsh can defend this anymore.
Player defeated.
Pretty good battle there. Both of them played really good. I think Marsh could have played his Rocketeers a little better. Maybe split the Rocketeers, put out some pressure or something. But hey, both of these guys are pro players. They know what they're doing. And the match was really close, so. Alright, so game 1 is going to Mikoz. They have predetermined maps already. They have a set of maps. They're going to play best out of 5 on pretty well-rounded off maps chosen by some of the pro, or I should say the map makers themselves. Some of the newest maps that this guy made named Josh. So all these maps are pretty well even because some maps do favor Soviets more than Allies, and we have a pretty good match, Allied versus Soviet, both of them playing on their prime faction. This map is called Jungle of Vietnam. A lot of people say that this map's a little more Allied side, and I do agree with them a little more, just because it's close quarters, like this close gaps and stuff. It's just way easier to camp, and I expect a good camp game from Marsh this game. And let's see what Mikoz can do about this. So again, we normally find out what the person wants to do right off the bat when they make their war factory. Either they're going to play a long game or a rush game. You'll see by the tank, either a tank coming out of the war factory right away or a miner. If a miner comes out, then that means that they're going to play out for a little long game. They're setting up for the long games. So right here we see Marsh. We see Mikoz going for that miner. So we're going to be playing another pretty long game. Both of them already on their first miner out of their war factory. Typically, the Soviet builds are a little bit faster than the Allied builds. The Allied tanks are a little bit weaker also than the Soviet tanks, but the Allies do have air. They have Rocketeers, they have planes, they have helicopters if they want to use that. They're not really that effective though, unless they want to transport engineers into like an island or something. But so that's the well-rounded off game of this matchup. Soviets just are all ground pretty much, unless they make Kirovs, which hardly anybody does, unless a big map, water map or something. Yeah, this commentation is pretty hard to do. Like I said, this is my first time actually commentating on a game. I'm normally the one on the other side playing the games. Alright, so we have Mikoz on 7 miners already, and Marsh on his 7th miner as well. Actually, this is a surprise. Looks like Marsh actually got his second War Factory sooner than Mikoz did. Looks like he wants to pump out tanks a little bit faster. Last game, we can see that he was a little behind on tanks. He got out tanked and he couldn't hold off very good, but he's getting himself ready for this fight again. See the first pair of drops coming down. Seems like Mikoz already saw that. You also see the plane work. Marsh did some good plane work there. He lost his first plane though, for one shot of a flak. Rushing to Battle Lab right away. That's why he went to 2 wars. When you go Battle Lab, typically you want to have more than 1 war factory so that your next available units that you can make, like the Mirage tanks or Prism tanks, come out faster because they're more costly, so they take a little bit longer to come out. But with 2 war factories, they come out pretty nice. So right away, he's already setting up. He got himself Prism towers. He got an ore purifier, which pretty much doubles the income of gold that he gets. So he's just going to be sitting here. He's going to be waiting for Mikoz to do his move. I don't expect Marsh to push out at the moment, and it's the smart play to do. That ore purifier, he pretty much doubles the money that Mikoz is going to have. So, like I said, basic strategy for allied players on this map is just pretty much camp. Camp and wait for them to push you. And you can see exactly Marsh executing this perfectly. He already has his Prism towers, not waiting around to place them or anything, just putting them up right away, telling Mikoz, you know what, I'm going to camp, and you're going to have to break through, you know. Mikoz, he has a couple Desolators in one of these flags over here. He's going to try to Deso bomb. It's not gonna be that effective with all these Bucketeers hanging around. That was the first of many battles probably to come. Marsh would like to close this game. I think he can actually. He can just push out, but Mikoz is still pumping out those Desolators. He can hold off this attack pretty easily if he just plays these Desolators pretty smart. Places them middle here. So yeah, maybe I should get in with the rhythm of the game, right? See, the pairs are placed as defensive now. His first pair drop was over here. He was offensively with them. Now he's just pretty much defensive. Everything that Marsh is doing right now is just pretty much defensive. Prison towers are really good taking groups of tanks. Desolators, they'll destroy pretty much anything. Actually, you know what? I might have missed something. Looks like Marsh actually used the spy and got into one of the war factories of Mikoz over here, which actually promotes every unit that comes out of their war factory comes out promoted already. So that was actually a good play. I didn't even see that actually. At this point, yeah, there's not much Mikoz can do. He's bringing all his miners middle. He's pretty much desperate, you know, for a kill here. Looks like this is all one-sided though. This is Marsh's game for sure. This guy sold everything. Mikoz already sold his MCV. Oh, he actually has it over here. Sold his war factors. I'm not sure if he even knows his MCV's over here. He has it undeployed. He was gonna probably try to or mine over there, but he just forgot about it. Just left it there. And Mikoz pretty much desperately trying to make something happen. Marsh just not letting in. This camp is really good right now. The longer Mikoz waits, the more money and the more tanks that Marsh is gonna have too, though. So, because Mikoz doesn't have any miners mining, he's not getting any gold, he's not getting any income, so his tank production is just done. This is it. This is the battle. see the miners are really strong. They shoot and they have a lot of armor, so they can take a pounding. But it wasn't enough to take all these prisms and rocketeers and tanks and promotions and all these dogs that they have. So game number 2 goes to Marsh. As expected, this is going to be a close match. So this is a best out of 5. So first to 3, it's already 1-1. In many cases, I don't know who the person that set up all this game. They should have, in my opinion, they should have added super weapons for situations like that. I mean, it gets really hard for a Soviet player to break through a camp fest of an allied player like that. They just have too many prism towers, rockets just hovering over, and prism tanks, mirage tanks, whatever it is. It's pretty impossible for a Soviet player to just break in unless they get a really good Deso bomb, which is highly unlikely. So typically what you want to do with the Soviet, if you're playing against that, is hope that you guys have super weapons, have super weapons, make an iron curtain, and send group of tanks, group of drones, and you can just pretty much demolish a little bit of the allied power, I guess, the allied camp. But unfortunately, these games don't have any super weapons. The person who created the maps or said that these maps were to be played and what they were going to do, best out of whatever, didn't add the option of having super weapons. So we're going to see no super weapons in any of these games. And this is actually a pretty good map. This is it's pretty evenly matched. I would say it favors a little more of the Soviets because of all the gems, all these gems that are available, and then you have 2 oils. I mean, the allied player or the top player also has this option. They have these gems over here and the gems over here with also their 2 oils, so they're going to be pretty wealthy. But the point is, the Soviet players are known better for rushing. So if they make 0 miners, which he made already 1, you're going to see like probably 3-4 war factories pumped out immediately. What typically takes about 10 minutes to pump out like 3 war factories, they'll have them here in like 5-7 minutes. So that ground wars are going to be really good for this match. So this is the map that's why I say it favors a little bit more of the Soviets. So only 1 miner come out of Mikoz, and I think 2 miners from Marsh. So it looks like Mikoz wants to add a little more pressure, but he's hanging around for now. So you can expect quite a lot of units here. Possibly about 300 more dogs to come from both sides. Looks like Marsh already has his 20 dogs, and Mikoz is still struggling to build his dogs right now, but looks like he wants to go for the quick satellite, which he's going to make some quick desolators probably. See, his 2nd war factory pumped out already, and Marsh already has his 2nd war factory as well. See, in this map, I mean, they're both playing really good. They're both still building up what they have to do. They're not really adding any pressure. Just Rocketeers flying around, doing what they can. If Mikoz made 1 miner, it's because he wanted to be a little more aggressive, and especially because Marsh went 2 miners, he should have probably made him pay for that. Not made him pay for it, like added more pressure so that he didn't have just a free ride of having an extra miner. But what he did instead, he just kind of sat down, sat still, and just started building. So in this case, it favored Marsh a little more. So Marsh, you see, already has his battle lab. So you're gonna start seeing some Mirage tanks coming out. So he's going for that stay back, camp, wait for Mikoz to rush me kind of gameplay again. So let's see if Mikoz can do anything better this time. You saw how bad he lost last game. He tried his best, but none of those Deso bombs were working out for him. Typically, I guess in this position, what Mikoz can do is he can start splitting. This is the best option. Instead of just fighting the whole battle, like, because he can just camp and sit here, But if he splits off his army, if Marsh splits off his army, it decreases its power by like 50%. I mean, because you need to have a group of Mirage tanks to be effective. If you have just singled out Mirage tanks, then they're not going to be as effective. So if Mikoz here splits, he already has 4 war factories. So if he splits, he goes over here, takes, he can take an oil, take a couple miners, just add some pressure, make Marsh, hesitate and, make an error, then he has a better chance. But if he just sits back and waits and waits, then it might not end up as good as planned. Like I said, Marsh is pretty good at camping, and I'm not expecting him to push out at the moment. So this would be the best, ideal time to push. Oh, I was actually expecting some Desos on that flag right there. No Desos came out. Like I said, you see, Mirage tanks really do work best in groups. Mikoz had him out tanked like 2-1 for sure, but if he just runs in just like that, he's gonna get annihilated every single time. He should start using a little more splits.
Player defeated.
Definitely start, splitting the tanks, making Marsh split, and making that out tank be effective. So game 2 goes to Marsh, and quite disappointing third game actually. Expected a lot more from Mikoz that round. Alright. 4th game. So far it's 2-1 in favor of Marsh. Marsh is the allied player, Grizz tank, blue, against Mikoz, who is yellow. For those of you just tuning in, this is the battle to see who gets the Hall of Fame rank 1 of November. Or December. Oh yeah, it's November. There was an error in the Hall of Fame. Some stuff happened, to not get into details, but they have to replay some matches. And whoever wins this best out of 5 gets the rank 1 of Hall of Fame. And these both players are really good. Marsh is known for his allies, and Mikoz is known for his Soviet. Both are probably the most active players in the quick match right now. In the past year, probably. You can see Mikoz placing in there like 300 to 400 games per month. So he's quite active actually. And Marsh, the same. He's had quite a few nicknames, and he always has a lot of games in his quick match career. You can see these games are actually pretty good. They should be really good. This map, this Pirate Bay, actually most recently placed in here. Yeah, there was a ladder manipulation, yeah, but we don't want to get into details or point any fingers. So, this map, like I said, Pirate Bay is one of the newest maps that the community has created. I'm sorry for the person who created the map. I forgot your name, but credit is to you. But yeah, this is a really good map. In my opinion, in favor a little more of the allies. Like I said, because of the bridge, you have little camping areas. You can just camp. And an allied player, typically that's what they do. They camp. They just wait for the Soviet player to rush them. And if you're not a strong Soviet player, you're gonna get camped every time. So what we can see now is Mikoz actually every time he gets his satellite in pretty quick. Oh, he's going for an Ivan. He might try to go straight for maybe one of these airport or oil. Splitting it off to the side. That's a really smart move actually. Let's see if Marsh can pick up on that. So far he doesn't see it. Alright, that Ivan, it's a crazy Ivan. He just places a bomb. He placed the bomb on that pillbox and this oil, which pretty much destroys it with one bomb. So that oil is gonna be. Normally they give you some good money there. So we can see both pair drops. They have the same ideas. Both of them dropped it at the top oil against each other. Looks like Mikoz reacted to it faster, but he's not reacting to his offensive. And Marsh just now sees him, sending some Rocketeers for the rescue. So far it looks pretty even. It looks a little more in favor just because of that oil toward Mikoz. This oil actually does affect a lot. If you lose out on one of the oils and your opponent has an extra oil, I mean, that's just extra money pumping into you. So that's actually really good for him. It looks like he's just gonna push in here. He might actually have some desolators this time. Last game I thought he had those desolators in the flags, but they were all empty, so if he did have those desolators, they were going to be really effective. Oh, he's sneaking behind him. He's sneaking behind him with this flag here. This is probably where the desolators are, maybe. Or Ivans, nice, nice. These Ivans do kill towers, the reactors here in one shot, so sold him right away, you see that. Actually, this refinery might actually blow up. Oh, yes, perfectly. If he had just another second to repair it, it wasn't going to blow up. It takes normally two bombs to blow up a refinery or a war factory, but he saw that he got a little injured. The refinery was a little hurt, so that one bomb actually did the trick. Alright, now he's putting in his Deso bombs here. Let's see. Rocketeers splitting. What do we have on top? Right now we have Marsh. He already farmed his gems up top. Mikoz still has his gems out here. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like he lost his oil. His Rocketeer wasn't enough. I mean, his flag wasn't enough to take all those Rocketeers out. Like I said, you know, Allied players, this is their game style, you know. They like to sit back, relax. See here, Deso bomb. I don't think he sees it yet. Oh, good Deso, good Desos. We have, oh, double paradrop up top. Double paradrop, that's probably going to be the next oil for them. These dogs, there are just so many dogs, so many fodder, so much fodder. They actually play such a big role. It's such a nuisance to have them. Mikoz nor Marsh still realize that they have these paradrops up top. Forgot about them. Mikoz already destroyed his airdrop, so he's only going to have one set of airdrops now. Paradrops, I should say. Alright, I think, you know, and if I was Marsh right now, he's camping pretty damn good. He has his Rocketeers, he has his Prisms, he has his Mirage tanks. He's just going to be sitting back. He should probably just build a naval and be harassing the waters. Allies are known to be stronger in water than the Soviets, so he should abuse that and start making some naval here. Since Mikoz doesn't have a battle lab yet, so he can't really do much with the naval. And he does actually. There's his naval yard now. So we'll see some dolphins probably coming out, getting ready for some defense to defend his aircraft carrier probably. He's just gonna sit back here and continue camping. Mikoz, he has 3 war factories already versus 1. So like I said, you know, like I said last game, he out tanks once again. He's out tanking by a lot actually. So if the smart play to do right here is just split off the whole battle here, his whole army, just split them off and split go 2 entrances, make Mikoz split his army. Another great Deso bomb actually, really good Deso bomb. This is actually beginning to be a really good close game. Still go either way. Very good by Mikoz. I feel like an idiot now that Max pointed out that it might not be Mikoz, it might be Mikoz. Like I said before, it might be Mikoz, and you know what? I'm gonna keep pronouncing Mikoz because I'm just accustomed to it now. He keeps Desoing here. Ooh, if that Deso would have deployed, that would have been absolute for sure win on that battle right there for Mikoz. But he's just gonna retreat back. He did his damage actually. He's gonna do really good. Marsh really can't do anything right now. I don't think he can push him. Like I said before, Mikoz has 3 war factories, so he's gonna get back on his feet right away. And Marsh here still struggling with 1. Ooh, nice. Taking out the battle lab with the paradrop. This is actually really bad for Marsh actually. He wasn't able to take out his aircraft carrier in time. Oh, he actually does. He does have it here. didn't see it come out. He's just holding back with it. If he comes around here, this is going to be really devastating for Mikoz. He can lose a lot of stuff over here. So once again, they're both just sitting back for a little bit. Mikoz wants to get his army back in track. He sees now that he has an aircraft carrier, and I don't think he sees the rush over here. He's going to lose quite a few miners actually. Let's see how many he can save. There's one. He only got one miner off of that. That was really good. Oh, that Deso bomb. Oh my god. That's actually really, really good. That's pretty much game right there, fellas. I don't think Marsh can actually hold this back anymore. That was a really good play by Mikoz. He's playing really good. Those Deso bombs working out for him this time. And he's not doing anything with this aircraft carrier. He just placed it over here and just forgot about it. So, just simple mistakes this game, you know. Red Alert is about mistakes, you know. The people can be as good as the other, but whoever makes the least mistakes is going to come out on top. And you can see Marsh had a lot of mistakes. He was just holding back too much. He was not seeing what he was supposed to see. And Mikoz was pretty much just harassing him the whole time. Good Deso bombs. Still going forgetting little things, but hey, looks like Mikoz is going to come out on top on this game here. I don't see him losing this anymore. So there you have it. Like I said earlier, this is going to be a really close series. 2-2, guys. 2-2. It's going to be the final game here. See who wins it all. This is it. And I'm actually surprised because I was expecting Mikoz to win the last map and Marsh to win this map. So, like I said, it's just based off of who plays better. You know, a lot of people say, hey, this map is so Allied favored or this map is so Soviet favored. But hey, you just proved it wrong right here. You know, you have a top Soviet player beating a top Allied player on an Allied map, and then you also had a top Allied player beating a Soviet player on a Soviet map. So, this is a really good battle, and this just goes to show, you know, it's just all about skill. Sometimes map does not have or play a big role on what people say, you know. It's just maybe just excuses for people. Haha, yeah, the 3-0 would definitely be boring for the public. So, like, they're doing a really good job. 2-2 so far. 2 for Marsh, 2 for Mikoz. This can't get any better than this. So, actually, this last map, Poltergeist, I'm not sure even how to pronounce that. Let's just call it Poltergeist? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Poltergeist. Let's just call it Polter, though. This is a really good map. It's a really even map. Allied, Soviet, could go either way. Nobody really plays a big role here. Nobody really complains about this map when it comes to Soviet and Allied players. So, we're taking a quick little break. Looks like Marsh is getting a drink. Probably getting dehydrated. Needs a little breather. These are really high-paced games. If you've never seen Red Alert games before, you know, these games are really different compared to like Yuri's Revenge maybe or StarCraft. Those are all slower-paced games. As you can see, someone can win in a game here in 3 minutes if they rush and they execute it just right. They can 3 minutes. It's really high-paced. Mistakes are going to happen, and it's just like I said before. You know, whoever makes the least mistakes when you're playing a good player, top player, versus another good top player, and this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing exactly that. So this map, pretty even like I said before. They have an oil on each side, one oil for the right side and one oil for the left side. You have gems up top, gems on the bottom, also over here, gems on the bottom and gems up top. So it plays, the gems make you play different types, you know. Sometimes you can play with the gems and you can just swallow them up and build up, you know, pretty fast. Or you can just use those gems to your advantage and rush, because you're not going to be behind. You can go 0 miners and you're going to be just fine without selling an MCV. You can just continue pumping out your tanks, continue pumping out refineries and war factories, and you're never going to run out. As opposed to just having ore, because the gems are double the ore amount. So both of them already captured their oils now. Looks like Marsh for sure is gonna go one miner, as expected, and Mikoz is as well. So we're gonna see, I think, a pretty good battle this game. This game's gonna be really good. I think if they're anything like me, they're probably, you know, palms sweaty. No, but they're probably pretty nervous. They're probably pretty nervous because this is it. You know, this is it. This is the game. Winner of this gets that rank 1 in their name and their Hall of Fame of the X-Swiss ladder. So we are playing on the X-Swiss server here. So typically X-Swiss is known to have the best players in all the servers compared to Game Ranger, Hamachi, and all the other QQ or whatever other server you guys may know. And if you don't think so, come over here and prove us wrong. So right away we see Mikoz actually sitting back this time, and Marsh is actually pushing up a little bit. I'm not sure if he actually meant to make these engineers. There's nothing more for him to capture, and typically we don't use engineers for anything other than capturing oils or airports or anything like that. So I'm not sure. I think these were accidental. I don't think he's actually doing anything with them. Yeah, he's just gonna die. That's $1,000 down the drain. Each engineers cost $500. So not sure what happened there. Probably just a misclick. He's already setting up his little camp here on the bottom right, making sure he doesn't get split off. Marsh this time around, he has a lot of Rocketeers right away, and pretty early battle lab actually. He's on the battle lab at 5 miners. So we have 5 miners against 6 miners against, on favor of Marsh. Mikoz, sorry. First paradrop. Mikoz spotted it right away. He's gonna get that Desolator. Doesn't just melt away pretty early. Uh-oh. As his barracks primaried over here, his first dog came out and okay, so second war factory already for Marsh. Does he have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miners still? He actually has quite a few units for 5 miners. Playing it pretty good. Like I said before, those gems actually play a big role. 5 miners, 6 miners now, but with everything he has, there's no way anybody can do that without having the amount of gems and the oil to their favor. So he's playing the map, he knows this map, he's played the map, he knows how the eco works, so he's just pumping out what he knows is going to work for him. Alright, once again, we're going to see Mikoz putting in some decils in his flax. He's trying to sneak in. Oh, he gets spotted right away. Oh, that spy actually, that Desolator right there that you guys saw was actually a spy from Marsh. He was actually trying to go into and steal plans, the designs of a war factory, so his war factory units might come out promoted. Mikoz actually spotted that. Really good play. We saw the first game on that jungle, or the second game, sorry. Spy actually did go into the war factory of Mikoz, and Marsh was pumping out promoted tanks pretty much every time. So he's preventing that from happening again. Here we see a GI. It might be a spy. Walking again. Probably going again. Second try. No, I think this is just a real GI. If it was a spy, he would have already disguised it as one of Mikoz's units. It looks like he's just gonna come try to capture this or something. Oh, there it is. He finally disguised it, but it was too late. Mikoz saw that from a mile away, it looks like. Sent a drone and just destroyed that spy. Here comes the prisms. So we saw earlier there was a lot of decils over here. They're probably packed in here. They're probably all in these flags right here. So he can't lose many flags though, because these Rocketeers will destroy all his tanks. He needs to play this really smart. There's that decil bomb, and boom. Not as effective, but as last game. He actually got more of his tanks hurt than he did Marsh's. Probably best thing to do is go back, regroup, take a breather, see what went wrong, see how he can fix it. Marsh playing really good, building a lot of units. Actually has 3 war factories this game, so he's pumping out faster than Mikoz does. Those tanks, those plastic tanks do come out faster. Problem with those Mirage and Prism tanks is that they're really squishy. If he gets one good Deso Bomb, it can change the tides of this game right away. Oh, not good, not good. Oh, there it is. Desos did not deploy in time. That's a shame, that's a shame. Putting those Prism tanks to work, really good. Those Prism tanks can take out those Desolators really, really fast, so that was really good play. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Mikoz lost this battle. Marsh played it really good this game. He didn't sit back, he actually pushed out, used his prisms just perfectly. If Mikoz would have landed one of those Desos, it was going to be game over for Marsh, so he played really good. As you can see, they just pop. If he would have landed one Desolator on top of those tanks, they would have just popped. And all the tanks that Mikoz had would have won that game, but Marsh played it really good. Keeping his tanks safe, making sure that they're not coming in. Look at his army. There's no way Marsh can lose this game anymore. Looks like Miko's just desperate, you know, desperate for defending right now. I don't think he can do anything else. Really close game. He had the chance. Marsh executed better. Alright, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The November Rank 1 in Quick Match goes to Marsh. Like I said before, they're playing, this is February already, but they're playing for the Hall of Fame of November because there were some issues there. Really good games.
Player defeated.
Games showing us how to play an Allied, showing us how to play Soviets. Hope you guys learned from this. These are top players right here. One of these 2 players always ends up at the top 3 in the ladder every single month for the past like year. So very good games there. Haha. So the best of 5 is already over. Marsh wins 3-2. Looks like Allieds wins this round. They're probably going to announce that later on today or tomorrow. Finalize that Hall of Fame. And I am Ed. This is the first time I tried commentating some games. Sorry for not doing it as the pro commentators do. But like I said, I'm normally on the other side playing the games instead of commentating it. I'll try to continue commentating if you guys want to tune in for other games. I'll probably be observing other players, practice some commentating, and maybe be a little more entertaining for the crowd. Alright, I'm gonna close down the stream now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Very good games. Hopefully I didn't annoy you guys with my commentating. Try better next time, and see you guys later.